Now, the general weather around Alaska.
Hi everyone, Meteorologist Joel Curtis with Alaska weather. Forecast issued Monday, October 6th. Starting out with our hazardous weather across the state, we have coastal flood warnings and advisories all up and down the west coast from Nunivak Island and the Kuskokwim Delta coastline on up to Utiagavik, and that'll be through Tuesday through Thursday. And then we have strong winds for the southern Alaska Peninsula and the eastern Aleutians coming up. We do have a coastal flood warning for all the way up into the Chukchi Sea, as well as a high wind warning mixed in with those, anywhere from 60 to 70 miles an hour with this next low. We also have a high wind warning for the eastern Alaska Range, and that one is up to 55 miles an hour. Then we have heavy rain for the Seward Peninsula, south central Brooks Range, eastern interior, and for the Tanana area. So lots going on with these weather systems that now we're going to get a look at. So we have an old low right now on the satellite imagery in the Gulf. It's really dissipating very, very quickly. A little bit of weather moving into southeast Alaska, as you can see, but all of this is organizing into a strong low near Shemya, and that one's going to be moving up toward Anadir. So let's play that one more time. That's our system that's developing. And the reason is there's a very strong jet stream from the southwest over this. At 30,000 feet, it's 165 knots. So that's a pretty darn good jet, and it's steering this system right into the Gulf of Anadir. So by tonight, south of the Gulf of Anadir, 965 millibar low, full occluded front, then a cold front extending southward into the central Aleutians. Warm front, lots of warm air out ahead of this system. Approaching southwestern Alaska, we do have some skiffs of snow and chances of in the central interior on up to the north slope. Also, there's a weak low, just the remnants, last remnants, 1,010 off the Yakutat, still causing a little precipitation for southeast Alaska, and a 1038 high well to the south. So for Tuesday now, that low is up into the Gulf of Anadir at 964 millibars. So that's a pretty deep one. Full occluded front around it. The cold front approaching the southwest coast and through the central Aleutians again. Warm front now has moved up almost to Kotzebue Sound. Still some snow or mixed precipitation up along the north slope, but it's starting to feel that warm air now that's coming up. And then snow over the Brooks Range, also the higher elevations of south central, little rain moving into south central, still remnants of some precipitation, generally as showers, over southeast Alaska, and a little bit of snow up over the higher terrain. So on Wednesday now, that low has moved into the Chukchi Sea at 978 millibars, a new cold front coming off of Siberia, and then a trough in the central Aleutians. The old cold front is deteriorating over the central interior, approaching the Alcan, and all across the north slope, we have that slug of warm air moving up and changing that snow over to rain at lower elevations, although there will still be some snow in the Brooks Range. And then for Thursday, that low is still lingering in the Chukchi Sea at about 992 millibars, but a new cold front is moving off of Siberia. The old one now is approaching the Alcan all the way down to past Kodiak Island, but it's really falling apart very quickly. Warm front over into northwestern Canada. Keep an eye on this system in the far west, 967 millibars. That's our next player that's coming up for the weekend, and then even later in the weekend is hints of a very strong low. Still really uncertain, but it is moving up that direction. 1035 millibar high, well to the south. So for our low temperatures Tuesday morning, in the 30s, warmed up into the 30s, right down through the Brooks Range, into the central interior. Any place where you get a patch of clearing, it's going to cool off very, very quickly. But in the 40s in this south central and over into the Panhandle. And then 40s also down into southwestern Alaska for low temperature. So it's above freezing at night now. And then out to 50 for Dutch Harbor and 52 for Adak, so getting pretty warm down there. Again, all that warm advection being steered by the jet stream and on the warm side of these weather systems that are coming up. So for our high temperatures Tuesday afternoon, we've got temperatures in upper 30s and 40s along the north slope, 40s and then down into the 50s in the western interior, all the way down to Bristol Bay, out the Alaska Peninsula, the Pribilofs 51, 54, 56 for False Pass. It's really warming up there, and touching into the 50s in the southeast as well, and 52 for Anchorage. So a little bit warmer there. And then for our low temperatures Wednesday morning, again approaching freezing along the north slope, but not quite there everywhere. Some below freezing in the Brooks Range. Otherwise, look at all those mid-40s in the southwest and western interior. That's a lot of warm air coming up, and well into the 40s for south central, still in the 30s over there for southeast Alaska. They probably got a few breaks in the clouds to let that radiative cooling make things a bit colder. But again, with the temperatures going out of the Alaska Peninsula in the 50s, seeing some 40-degree readings for like the Pribilofs and Shimia. And then for our high temperatures Wednesday afternoon, look at that, man, for 57 degrees for Bristol Bay. I mean, God, man, that's really, really warm. And again, a sign of that tropical air that's been captured into that weather system and then moving up. 40s along the north slope, well into the 50s, most of the state. Maybe a couple of readings of 49 where it's cold and windy out there in the Aleutians, but look at all those temperatures in the 50s for southeast Alaska as well. So let's take a quick look at 6 to 10 days and 8 to 14 days. So this would be October 12th through October 16th for our 6 to 10 day. Highly likely above normal from Bethel to Anchorage, down to Kodiak, most of the Alaska Peninsula, and then still darn good chances all the way over to the Alcan, up to Arctic Village, and about the only place where it looks like it's going to be a normal fall temperature will be the far northwest coast. And even some warmer areas also forecasted for southeast Alaska. And then for our precipitation, a precipitation bullseye from Bethel on up to Tanana. This is that reflection of southwest flow aloft advecting moisture from the Bering Sea on up in there. So high probability above normal precipitation, and above normal precipitation for almost all of the state, kind of below, normal for southern southeast and some of the Aleutians. So then for 8 to 14, still a high probability of above normal temperatures from Dillingham on up to at least McGrath, and then plenty of probability of higher temperatures going on up to Arctic Village, even to Utiagavik above normal temperatures, and down to Sand Point. Kind of normal in southeast Alaska, and as you go further out in the Aleutians. And then above normal precipitation forecasted for most of the state, October 14th through October 20th. So we've got a lot of weather moving in. Please pay attention to your local forecast. Get the latest updates on our websites, or if you have to, call our 800 numbers. But please stay safe out there. Thanks.